Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm back with a TBR. I took part in a reading challenge, was it last month? Oh, it was May, so it wasn't last month, it was ages ago, but it went up the month after I started. I'm going to be doing the same again this time, so if you're not aware, there's this really geeky thing called, it's a readathon. There was an OWLS in April, but I found out about it too late. So I'm taking part in the Newts, which takes place in August. So I thought I'd sit down and do my TBR in a separate video, and then do my reading vlog later on, because obviously the video was like an hour long and it's too long. So I've sat down, I'm not gonna lie, I really struggled to sort out my TBR. I always do, because predominantly my books are chick lit. And I never really set TBRs. Like, I know a lot of people do like monthly TBRs, but for me it just doesn't work like that. I pick out what I want to read, whether I'm in the mood for a chick lit, or whether I want like a YA contemporary, or like a dystopian, or like a fantasy, or something different. I don't like setting myself like reading lists, because I tend to stray from it, and I believe I did with the readathon that I did last time. Anyway, I've taken a really long time, like I'm not gonna lie, it's taken me like a good couple of hours, and I had one TBR at the start of the week and I've literally just changed it now, but I'm happy with what I've changed it to. I have been devious. Where's the list? I've left it up there, I'll go get it in a second. I've wangled it to work for me. Obviously I am a mum, and during the readathon it takes place over August, so P is off on her 6-week holiday. So I won't have the time to put into reading that I would when she's at nursery, because she's going to be here. So all my reading will be done at night time. So I've tried to work it out in my favour, and I don't know if I'm going to get all of these done, but if I do, I do. If I don't, I don't. Right, I need to go get the list so I can refer to what I need. I'm back. So in my OWLS I had to read only 3 books, which was it 3? Yeah, it was manageable. It was like herbology, care of magical creatures, and what's the other one? Potions. And I did that. Whereas this time, you have different grades. So you have A, E and O. If you have to like get an O, then you have to read the A and the E to get the O. Does that make sense? I know it's really geeky, but this is the thing that I enjoy. So for herbology, I needed to read all 3 prompts. So the prompts were a green cover, a book between 350 and 390 pages, and a flower on the cover. I've been really devious. So a book with a green cover. I did have one with a green cover, but I changed my mind because I want this to work in my favour, because I don't want to read books I don't want to read. So I'm saying that this has got green on it, which it has. Her dress is green, which is here. And the font's sort of greeny teal. There's green here, this is definite green. This could have gone for a different prompt, but I'm trying to include my book club pick of the month as well, because I have my own book club. I want to try and include that within my TBR, because if not, I'm just not going to get round to it all. So, my green cover is Sophie Kinsella, 20s Girl. So many of you have told me to read this, and I thought, what better way to read it than document my thoughts as I'm doing a reading vlog. I thought you'd all really enjoy this. Everyone's telling me to read this. I don't think it sounds like my type of book, but I think I'll be wrong, because you guys know me quite well. So 20s Girl is book number 1. Book number 2 is a book between 350 and 390 pages. Now this is one that I've literally just chosen. A lot of my books are over that. This book is 375 pages long. Can you see that? There we go. And this is a chick lit, so this is Carol Matthews, It's Now or Never. The blurb of this one, and it says, when twins Annie and Lauren attend their older sister Chelsea's 40th birthday party at the Dorchester Hotel, they wonder why their lives are so different. Chelsea's husband is twirling her round the dance floor, whilst Annie's husband has gone fishing, and Lauren's lover is at home with his wife and children. Annie and Lauren decide it's time to make a change and turn their lives around, but it's time they started living again, but have they left it too late? So I'm intrigued, and like I said, it fits, so I've got that one. And then a flower on the cover. I'm being really devious. I started this, and I know you shouldn't have books that you started, but give a shit, it's my rules, I can do what I want. The one that I have picked, I actually have on my shelf, but I have the original cover. The movie cover has a flower on the on the book, so I want to finish it. I hate the fact, and it's burning the, like, there's a niggling thing in the back of my brain that's saying you need to finish this book. I've never not finished a book, even if I don't like it. And I'm like 35% in, and I just don't want to not finish it. And that is, hang on a second, Crazy Rich Asians by Kevin Kwan. Kwan. This was my July book club pick, and what a silly mistake this was. Not many people enjoyed it, and I hate the fact that I've recommended a book, people have gone out of their way to read it, buy it, whatever, invest time in it, and it's not been that good. Apparently the film's a lot better. Awkward because I got the trilogy for my birthday. Maybe I'll really enjoy it, but there's just too many characters. However, I want to finish it, and there's one flower or two on the movie edition of the book. So, oh, fuck it. Here, can you see it? There's a flower right there, and there's one above her head. So, Crazy Rich Asians is going to be my book with a flower. I could have had loads because all my chiclets are full of flowers, but I just gotta finish it. Okay, so my next prompt is for a friend's favourite book. Again, this is subjective. I could have picked a booktuber's favourite book. I could have asked a friend, but not many of my friends are readers. I could have asked my book club. Sort of did ask my book club. I've got a couple of girls on there that recommended to me this author, and I never have read one of her books before because they're quite difficult to get hold of. But my local library had one, and I'm potentially going to make her the book club pick of the month, which is why I'm trying to adapt my TBR to include it. And that is a Colleen Hoover Confess. So this is like a YA romance novel. I think I'm going to really enjoy it. Everyone sort of raves about Colleen Hoover, like on the American YA contemporary like YouTube thing. So this is a very long blurb, and I can't be bothered to read it. So I'm going to pop that there so you can pause the video and give it a read and see if it's something that you'd like to read yourself. You can tell that this is an American book because of the height difference and the width, and I love it. It's floppy. Can you see that? Probably not. I just love American paperbacks, they're great. So I've got Confess, which I'm really excited to give a go. This again is a cheeky one, and I think you're all going to think I'm mental. Hogwarts house colour. I fall into Gryffindor, so I had to pick a red book. The only red books I have on my shelf are Christmas books, and a lot of them are within a series, and I don't want to get into a series just to read a red book. So I've bent the rules a bit. Can't believe I'm going to show you this. I went to my grandpa's house to take some of my boxes from like when I was a child, and I discovered my old book stash. I've got Jacqueline Wilson and all sorts, but I found this Two of a Kind by Mary Kate and Ashley. Who remembers these? These used to be free in like magazines, but I was a massive Mary Kate and Ashley fan, and whenever I had like £10 for my birthday or Christmas, I used to go to WH Smith and pick my books, and I loved these. This one is The Perfect Gift, number 26. Who didn't love Mary Kate and Ashley growing up? I also found my VHSs, and now I want to buy a video player so I can watch Passport to Paris, Billboard Dad, Switching Goals, Holiday in the Sun. Mary Kate, why are these not on Netflix? Like, Mary Kate and Ashley was my thing. So I'm gonna read this. And one of the things was, as long as it's on Goodreads, it counts. So this is on Goodreads and it counts. So I'm going to read 89-page book. I'll probably finish this in like an hour. And I'm so excited to read a Christmas Mary Kate and Ashley book. I've got loads. So I'm going to keep them all and give them to P. I bet this is rubbish. So excited. So I've got a Mary Kate and Ashley book. But you weren't expecting to see that on my TBR. And then finally, I need a book that starts with the letter A. And this is going to be a completely different tone of a book. And I have never read a book. I read Jordan by Katie Price when I was like 16. And I definitely shouldn't have read that at the age of 16. That's the only like autobiography / like real fiction. No, real non-fiction. I don't know what it's called. Just not a story. Do I read books? Yes, I do. I'm so illiterate, it's ridiculous. I follow this girl on Instagram and I learned about her through a podcast she did with Giovanna Fletcher, and my heart breaks for her. And that's Elle Wright. And she wrote about her loss. So it's called Ask Me His Name. And it says, learning to live and laugh again after the loss of my baby. So if you don't know, Elle has an Instagram, it's called Feathering the Empty Nest, and she comes across as a lovely woman. And in 2015, so the time that I had I think it was 2015, no 2016, sorry, she lost her baby boy. So she had like a healthy pregnancy and she gave birth and everything was normal, and then he died like 3 days later. And since then she has had fertility issues and she hasn't been able to fall pregnant. I know at the start of this year, was it last year? I read her blog post last week. She went through fertility and she fell pregnant and had twins. And then I think it ended in miscarriage again. And she's had multiple miscarriages since her son Teddy. And I empathise with her so much. I couldn't imagine going through what she's gone through. And that podcast was so powerful. I remember listening to it and watching it on YouTube, and I was just bawling my eyes out because she speaks with such, I can't even explain it. It was just so overwhelming. So if you want to listen to a podcast, listen to that. It's got a woman in there about a girl called Orla. I think it's Dear Orla as well. She's like an Instagrammer, like raising awareness for loss. And I saw this at the library the other day and I thought, oh my god, I really want to read that. So it fits in my TBR, and I think it's going to be a really interesting read. As awful as that sounds, I just saw it and I really wanted to give it a go. So that is my TBR. I really hope you enjoy this video and the vlog which will come up. I'm not going to do it weekly, I'm just going to do one big monthly wrap up and talk you through my thoughts and stuff as I go. So this will probably be going up in the next couple of weeks. It'll go up before it starts, and then you'll see my readathon at the start of September, which I know is ages away for you, but that's just the way it's going to be. So I've got my 7 books. Do I think I'm going to read them all? No. But I'm excited to give them a go, and I will talk you through my thoughts and opinions and feels as we go along with the readathon. So I'm going to go. I hope you enjoyed today's video, and I'll see you all in my next one. Bye.